If you're interested in learning the best indicators to use and how to use them, make sure to continue watching this video. Hey guys, Pingu Charts here. Welcome to another educational content video, and in this video I'm going to be explaining my indicators that I use to be profitable in trading, and you can go ahead and use them, of course, if you do enjoy the video. Now, starting off, we're going to go ahead on TradingView and go ahead and type in moving average exponential. Ideally, this is what you are looking for, and once you have it open, it will look something like this. Obviously, my charts are already drawn, so I'm not going to be changing them. You'll have indicator time frame, length, source, and offset. The only thing we're going to change in here is the length, and we're going to go ahead and change that to 20. Once again, you do that once more and create another exponential moving average and change that length to 9. So once you do all of that, you will have two lines drawn. You can obviously change the length or the visibility of it, make it thicker, make it smaller, or the style, and depending on how you would like to use the chart. I like to use a little bit of a thicker line so I kind of see a little bit better, because the lines that are actually drawn normally do look pretty awful. Number two, the indicator is obviously going to be the RSI, which is on the chart you can see right now, which is telling you whether or not the stock or the crypto is overbought or oversold. Now, these are the only two indicators that I use, and these are the only two indicators that I pretty much recommend, because you want to be limited in terms of the indicators you're using, because ideally you would be looking for price action. You don't want your chart to look crazy with 1,000 different indicators. I've seen some crazy spaceships, guys. Like I said, keep your chart simple, and then we can go ahead and kind of look into how these indicators are played. So now that we have our exponential moving averages laid out, I'm going to show you guys a bullish, a bearish, and a consolidation range, and exactly how to use these indicators. We'll go ahead and we'll start off from the bullish case scenario. So for this task, we're going to be using Bitcoin as an example, because Bitcoin does do a very good job of showing exactly how these things are done. Starting off, you can see from a bullish case scenario, when we have a breakout formation, so any sort of trade that were to break these exponential moving averages, and I use them on the 4-hour because it does seem to work the best, we would be waiting for that area to be tested as support. Once you have that area being tested as support, as you guys can see on this price analysis, then we can start looking for those long entries. As long as the trades above these exponential moving averages, we will continue using them as long entries, and only once we see a break, then we can start looking for shorting entries. So you can see that we do have the 9 exponential moving average, the yellow line, and the white line, the 20 exponential moving average. So worst case scenario, the way I trade from these lines is, of course, if I am in a long position and I do see a pullback opportunity, my stop loss would be right underneath the 20 exponential moving average. The reason for that, of course, is because this area is a worst case scenario for me. So if we do see a bounce on that support, I know that we will be continuing pushing further. But if we see a break of that support, then I know it's time to start looking for those shorting entries. So looking at it from a shorting perspective, you can see as soon as we saw that break of that formation right over here, we waited for that entry to actually close below, and then we started to use this area as resistance. Once you start to see that, and you can see that the trade is consolidating and trading below these exponential moving averages, acting as resistance, these are your areas for shorting opportunities. Now, the third case scenario, of course, is the fact that we are in a consolidation zone. So you can see right over here, Bitcoin was trading in a consolidation zone, and this area is obviously very, very tricky to trade. What I call this is a no trade zone. What you're looking for is a strong bullish or a strong bearish engulfing candle and a continuation. So basically, from a bullish perspective, once we start using this area as support, then you can start looking for your long entries. And from a bearish case scenario, once we start using this area as resistance, then you start looking for shorting entries. Anything in between is a no trade zone, meaning you do not enter any trades and you wait for price action to come to you. This is a perfect example of what happened right here on Bitcoin. You can see that we were in this consolidation range. It was extremely choppy, but once we got the confirmation and we started to trade below these exponential moving averages, we started to use them as resistance. And you can see we were pretty much looking for those shorting entries, and we probably caught this massive move from all the way 24,000 to 20,000. This can definitely be seen as current price action as well. You can see the same sort of scenario. Use it as resistance confirmation to the downside. Once again, use it as resistance confirmation to the downside. And recently, when Bitcoin had its pump, you can see that the trade was trading above the exponential moving averages and continuing pushing further. Now, using this example with our RSI, this would give you that indication of whether or not to look for a trade. So what I mean by that is when you can see RSI is in an extreme oversold condition, you know whether this is going to be a scalping opportunity or it's going to be a long-term opportunity. You can see that if we enter entered a long position right over here around that 15,500. Because the fact the RSI was oversold, you can see that we rejected the exponential moving averages, which indicated the fact that this is a false move and we are definitely looking to push further down. Right now with current Bitcoin prices, you can see that we are pretty much trading right below these exponential moving averages. So there's no reason to really be looking for a long position until we see a strong bullish engulfing candle, and just like you guessed, use it as support for that confirmation to the upside. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Like I said, I wanted to keep this video extremely short and sweet so you guys understand how I trade. These situations don't have to be complex, right? A lot of traders have some spaceships and UFOs drawn on their charts. I trade very simple, just based off price action, and these are the only two indicators that I use. So if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help me a lot, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.